Do I think I can talk for 41 minutes straight? No, but I'm gonna try. I had problems with my other mic, so I'm now using my phone, and this is now pre-recorded footage. I'm gonna be talking over this and also talking about what I wanted to the very first time I uploaded, which was comparing the collaborations between One Piece and Dragon Ball. Because the people at Shueisha want to kill Dragon Ball so bad it's not even funny at this point. All Dragon Ball has to do is announce Dragon Ball Super 2, Season 2, and it will make so much more money than One Piece. It's not even comparable. So many times, One Piece has made less money in Japan comparing to Dragon Ball simply by existing. One Piece gets so many it has the animation budget. It's trending on Twitter so many times, and Dragon Ball gets Daima, and people clown on Daima for the pacing, which I think is a fair issue, but also it's fine. It's a good piece of anime. It's badly paced, but I feel like it's so Dragon Ball-esque. It's takes its roots from back to OG Dragon Ball, which is very good. It's just that we've moved on from it being what we expect from Dragon Ball. Like, I'm reminded of Dragon Ball from a Netflix anime called Yaiba, and I get so much Dragon Ball vibes from it, and it's very fun. It has also very good animation, and I can take Yaiba for what it is, since it's so grounded and we don't have any expectations of planet-busting moves and whatnot. And I have not seen One Piece, so I don't know. But every time I see a One Piece collab get announced on Twitter, my initial reaction just, yep, another $1 quadrillion for One Piece. Because looking at these collaborations compared to what Dragon Ball has, it's I don't even know how they're even the same. So first off, let's talk about Dragon Ball collabs. I found one article on the types of collabs Dragon Ball has had. Maybe I'm forgetting something that's very obvious. I do know there is like a hardware company that's supposedly making a scouter mold for headphones and like phone cases, but I don't even know what that's up to now. So first off, we have collaborations with Dr. Slump, which I don't really count because they're made by they're made by Akira Toriyama. So, and then we have another collab in 2003 and 4 by Kiatai Panic Adventure. I'd never heard of this before, and I don't know if anyone even talks about it. The 2003 version also never had a home release, so I don't know if it's even archivable. There is a cross-epoch manga with Luffy in One Piece. So, of course, using Dragon Ball as a means to buff One Piece is very, bothered. That one animation episode between Toriko and One Piece in 2013, I think that this, I like that piece of media. It's fun looking at clips every now and then. More Slump in Dragon Ball Super, and that's basically it. At the hardware tech company I mentioned before. But then we're looking at One Piece collaborations via the One Piece fandom wiki. And maybe One Piece fans are better at archiving One Piece collabs, but we have Gucci, Paco, Seiko 5, Kaba, Roblox, Puma, Netflix, Adidas, Nintendo, Pokemon, Fanta, Santence, Vans, Casetify, Puddin', Berryami, Peach, John, Xfit, KFC, and Pocky. I'm gonna talk about the Pokemon one more specifically because I am a consumer of Pokemon. I am so sad that we could have had Goku Pikachu, but now we have Luffy Pikachu. It's just, if any of these collabs, if they just put the Dragon Ball IP instead of One Piece, or even both, I don't know why they just don't use both, they just make so much more money. And it's just so sad that Dragon Ball fans get one thing every 3 years, every 5 years. And then One Piece, there's a new collab once every 2 weeks. It's not even fun at this. It's like, it's just sad. It's disappointing. It's so... Like, if you're a One Piece and a Dragon Ball fan, you're content. Because if One Piece is always up, Dragon Ball is... When Dragon Ball is up, it's higher than One Piece. At the very least, we do have the Dragon Ball games. Sparking Zero was a disappointment for many people. I'd agree. It's just, in a modern era, it's hard to keep the attention spans of players without new content constantly releasing. And so if Dragon Ball Sparking Zero came out in like 10 years ago, it'd be talked to as one of the best arena games of this time. But now that even Sparking Zero is not even compared to what Xenoverse 2 is still crowned to be the best or best aging Dragon Ball arena fighter. And I've played Xenoverse 1. I mainly just had that one Beavis and Whis mission where you have to have Trunks fight with you, but he is awful. He's probably so underleveled, it's not even comparable. But he just does that, and he dies basically instantaneously, and you have to 2v1 Beavis and Whis. And then the other missions don't even come close to that level of difficulty. And also, if you want to get into Xenoverse 2, you basically have to get the DLC, I presume. And the player base is also so dwindling, you're probably not going to find anyone also trying to become a beginner. And yeah, I guess One Piece don't got games. They have that one mobile game, but I don't know much about it. Speaking of One Piece animations, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on Dokkan actually restored my faith in Dragon Ball. If they're gonna be taking animations from different anime, Fate and My Hero included, why not just take One Piece? In fact, I am gonna... Any One Piece animation I see, I know they can just rip into Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and I'm all for it. Because One Piece animation looks great. I don't agree when people say, oh, this is over-animated, or this is... I don't even know how you even mock that. It just... I don't... just hating for the sake of hating. Maybe there's Dragon Ball fans in disguise saying they don't like it. Yeah. Okay, so I talked for like 9-ish minutes, about 9 minutes off the dome. I had I guess I can... Oh, live action Netflix. The live action One Piece. Yeah. People have said it's very good. Or... Yeah, just very good. I'd like to get into it if I had more time. I do have time, but there's also other things I want. KFC surprised me. That has to be a Japan-only thing that I guess didn't make much news here, but would have been more than just if it was Dragon Ball. Would have been more news if it was Dragon Ball. I think I already said that. But basically... I mean, if Nintendo is open to doing more anime stuff, that'd be cool. I think it's mainly Pokemon. They're still doing Project Voltage with Hatsune Miku, which is awesome. Gucci, I don't even... Wait, I want to see One Piece Gucci and see what pops up, because... I mean, luxury brand clothing is overrated, but... Oh, just drawings. Oh, that's cool. I mean, it would have been cool if it was Goku, but you know, I respect it. Psycho 5, I don't even know what Kappa is. Roblox. I mean, I guess anyone can make a Roblox game and just put Dragon Ball. There's actually a lot of Dragon Ball games on Roblox. And Netflix. I would talk about that stuff in Dragon Ball. There's nothing to talk about basically. And okay, so I guess we could just talk about what's going on screen now. I did this part wrong in my head. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. Well, what's 5? I counted 6 in my initial time on playing it, but I guess it was 5. Not that I saw it was 1 times 3 and then 1 times 2. There's 5. The plushie power up is insanely broken. I don't know how they even came up with the idea of that. It just, I have died 8 times basically in this run, but I lived because of the plushie. And I think, yeah, I also accidentally included sausage as part of my attack weapons, and it may have saved me out like a couple of times. Guva is very good at close range, so just having more means of making the enemy back off is pretty good. At this point, and I'm starting to run out of things to say, but I do want to keep saying things because I am 12 minutes and 40 minute recording. In terms of things that I've seen on Twitter that I would like to talk about, I don't know. I mean, I guess I can talk about my other recordings. I tried to do them at the gameplay and live commentary, but my mind goes completely blank when playing games, unless I'm talking to someone or there's someone right next to me. I've noticed that there's just nothing in my brain going on, and it's not just the fact that I can't speak or anything, it's just there's nothing to speak about unless I concentrate very hard on what I want to say, or I've practiced something just practice talking to myself. That's something I do, just make hypothetical conversations with myself and just try to fill the void with noise, make conversations with myself, because not every person I talk to is available at one time, so I pretend to talk to them, and if I have something I need to tell them, I tell my version of them, and that I don't really end up talking to them in actuality, so that just comes up to be very very, I don't want to say self-deprecating, but I mean it probably is self-deprecating admitting this, but it's just at what point do I talk to them versus talk to the image I have of them, since I am content with not talking to them but talking to the image of them I have in my head. And then I guess when it comes to giving presents and gifts to them, I'm not very good with them, since I don't actively know what they're always interested in. And okay, these bosses were very annoying. I believe Guva's ult is very good in this kind of situation, and yeah, this is a 40-minute run. I thought this was only going for 20 minutes, but then I guess I was losing so many frames that it basically doubled the amount of time on this run. So I had to see if I can lower the intensity, because I'm just playing this on a laptop and it's not, it's chugging, it's trying its best. I think I have to take a water break. I played the soccer with my brother and some friends recently, and I went about as well as I would like. I'm not entirely overly active, so I try to play defense, and I am faster than, I guess, for like the average defensive player, so I am able to just chase people, and I am able to like kind of analyze what the one specific player wants, what the team of the enemy team is looking for in a play. If they usually pass to one person, I tell my team to pass into that person, and then just having that knowledge out there, and it just increases our chances of doing well. And also I'm not afraid to overcommit because I am so fast. So if they do get past me, I'm able to just be right with them, and then hopefully my team can cut up the other person's options, because eventually I'm just gonna stay on one person and just defend, and then it's very easy for a defensive player to feel like they're at fault if a goal does happen, because they're the second to last line of defense behind the goalie, and if an opportunity arises because of a defender's inability to stop the ball, at what point is it like, you know what, nothing I could do, they just played better and I messed up. Like if a player shoots for midfield, or not midfield, but like between the defensive line and midfield, at what point do you say, yeah, I could have, like objectively, if I knew that he was gonna shoot, then I would have been there to like intercept, but I just didn't know. He would just take the shot, and then you also just made it in. And yeah, Plush right here showing how good it is, and then just soaking damage. Do I have the shield at this point? I do have shield with the item that spawns food every 9 seconds. Yeah, Uber cheap is a very strong combo. I don't know why I didn't go for that sticker, unless I'm making my way around, because it's just so laggy. And then what do I get here? Yep, just eat that, and then more upgrade. Just get my weapons up as far. Yep. You instantly dash there. I forgot. Yeah, it's the book and axe combo that seems very busted. I don't know. It's just a constant hitbox around myself, and I don't even have to be close to the end. The boss has died, and I wasn't even close to him. The water knockback is very nice. I guess I chose speed there instead of anything else. I also got better with you. Oh, finally I go pick up the sticker. Yeah, wait. Yeah, okay, yeah. Get the gold skull is not the best sticker in my opinion. The snowflake, okay, so that's what it was. I thought this was one of the enemies attacking, but it was just one of my attacks. I mean, it makes sense seeing that it was freezing enemies. I just didn't know if it had AoE effects, because it just covered my entire screen, including myself. I thought I was getting hit by my own attack, but nope. So if this was a normal run, I would have been done talking by now. Okay, this hammer, I have no idea what item I need to fully upgrade it to get the second anvil, because obviously I need to, it's related to the one of the collab items I already got, but I had to max out something else to even get the chance to get in the golden anvil, and I do eventually, but I just never get a golden anvil to drop, so it's not even worth picking. It's not even, I can't even get the upgrade if I wanted to. I had to get another water break. If I want to just keep talking, I don't really. What's around my room? Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog is around my room. I really do like Sonic. There's a count on Twitter that's counting down the days of Sonic the Hedgehog, and eventually we're gonna get a trader for it, and they can use like different imagery, which I think would be pretty cool. And I guess I am playing a game of VTuber, so I guess I can talk about how I got into VTubers the first time. I don't remember how old I was, but I was still in like kid school, and I saw a clip of, I think it was Japanese Hololive members playing Minecraft, and I can go even further back. My brother was into anime before I was, and through him I got interested, and one of the animes he really liked was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and me being an impressionable younger brother, I decided I also wanted to like JoJo, so I watched it. And even during the times of watching JoJo's, like I watched clips out of context, out of like different parts, and one of them was Koichi's "Okay, master, let's kill that hole." And going back to the VTuber clip, the VTuber essentially just copied what he said, because it's English and they were talking about Minecraft toes, so hoe and hoe, but the other VTuber understood what hoe meant, and then laughed, and I saw other clips of it then, and also watched a lot of Amelia Watson clips. Also, like there was the Megamind clip, like someone condensed the stream of that into a video. I saw that, saw other ones, saw her collab with Gura, like the model, and eventually I got stopped recommended. I was no longer recommended some of those videos, so I just like I guess fell out of the VTubing hole, and then eventually I got Vin Penrose clips all attached, or like all recommended to me, and then at the same time I got Fidian clips all recommended to me as well, and I got like the best of both worlds, like the 2D VTubing clip in Vin Penrose and 3D clips in Fidian, and Fidian was the person that made me really like invest in VTubing. That's like an air quotes that you cannot see, and from then on I've seen indie VTubers, I've seen corporate VTubers, Idol, or formerly Idol, now Chroma Shift was my favorite. I don't know if I can say with my chest that Idol is my favorite at this point, but it's definitely what kept me around in VTubing, watching Gen 2 debut. That was my first time seeing a debut relay, and just a nice experience seeing five talents just debut, make an impression, and seeing their community just grow as a stream. It's very nice. I'm at 25 minutes in. I can do this. I guess I can circle back into the One Piece hole, I think. I don't know what much I can say about One Piece. I can say I watched one of the most recent fights, just a clip of it. Luffy versus, I think it was a commander, a corporal or something, and it was very well animated. It seemed very nice. I got reminded of when people on Twitter said, "This is not how you speed blitz someone," and then whoever like clipped it and said, "This is how I would animate it," and then it just very rushed, and then this is why he's not an animation director, and it looked so good in the first place. Making it able to take time and keep it just flowing well. Let the animation breathe, and then the line, I'm real stronger than we were like 6 years ago. Also, like, puts into perspective how long this series is running. There's a beta Twitter person poster on, yeah, to that, and then they just make up graphs comparing it to like different animes. I'm pretty sure no community lives in One Piece's head more than Dragon Ball. Anything that Dragon Ball does, anything that One Piece does, immediately compare it to Dragon Ball. Red Rock is more iconic than the Kamehameha. They said the Gear 5 broke the internet. I think it maybe broke Crunchyroll, but then UI crashed the pirating site, so I think it seemed a bit more impressive, just objectively speaking. And we have Dragon Ball Daima won a Western award, which is like it was nominated and then also won an award. Okay, so there's 12 minutes left. I think I can record. Maybe I can do this. I have to see. Okay, wait. I can see. How do I pause this recording? It's not letting me. I have to open it. Okay, now I open it, and then I can do this, and then I can do this, and then I can do this, and I have to type it. Okay, now I started recording again. So about the Spelunky gameplay I had, I didn't expect to get as far as I did, and it seemed like it was the pace I was on seemed to be about 20 minutes, which is what I want to aim for in these videos. 40 minutes is much longer than I wanted to, just because I want to fill in the void with something as much as possible, but it's just also I can't always do it, and then there is just the time it takes to just make this make the audio portions just like, I don't know if I can commit 40 minutes at one single time without interruptions. And I guess I think I miss input upgrading the flower sake instead of the the book axe thing. I have about 10 minutes to go. I think I can. It's just okay. These next 10 minutes occur in the next 5 minutes of gameplay. I just don't know if I can. Wait, I wanted to see the Pokemon One Piece the collab they had, because surely it's, I saw the image initially, but it's like not, I can't see it. I can't find it anymore. Oh, any other collabs? Not necessarily. Not really. Fanta. What's Luffy One Piece Fanta? One Piece Fanta. What is it? Is it a flavor, or is it just on the box? Oh, he's on the box? Okay, he's just on the branding. But it would have sold more if it was Dragon Ball though. And I guess I can do it for KFC. One Piece KFC. Is there the Luffy chicken bone, or just? Oh, he had like items. He had like cups. He has a statue. Is his name Whitebeard? He's the Kentucky man. More cups. Oh, what's his name? That's the person I was talking to. Kizaru? That sounds right. How much more time do you have? I lost track of it. It's 31 minutes. 35, 32, 32. I'll just okay. Well, and I guess I just look at the. I mean, when I'm watching the gameplays, it being so slow really helps me when it comes to dodging the projectiles. I don't even have the upgrades I'm getting are just, if I'm low on health, I get food. If I'm not, then I don't. Then I get either mobility or the attack ups. Yeah. What do I need to do to activate my ability to speak and then to think and speak? Because right now my mind is blank, as I've come to realize. But I need to. I'm surprised that you can't eliminate anything there. What's the point of eliminate if I can't eliminate? But it's just that I want to speak and I feel like I can speak. It's just maybe it's me essentially doubling my workload and me not being prepped enough to do this. And I also have like small ideas that like maybe I can fit into 10 minutes, but then I still have to stretch it out to 20. But that's what content is. You have to stretch it out, and then you have to make it over. You have to like grab the attentions, and then like once you have the attentions, what then? If I am speaking now, what would I have to say later? There's still 7 minutes left. I don't know. What do I do? Okay, my recording is at 6 minutes, so I guess I can. As long as my recording is as long as the video length, then I can feel much confidence in stopping here. I am forcing myself to continue to start speaking, and I'm hearing voices outside my room, and that's slowly lowering my voice too. And was right there, and I dodge. But then it's like, what do I do? What do I say? What can I say that's different enough what's the thing with like streamers and like I guess like full-time like YouTubers is just they have years of experience. But okay, just focusing on streamers, I feel like it's much easier for them to talk because they are talking to something. If someone who has never streamed is able to just communicate and just talk as if like they're talking to a camera, but that camera is someone. What if I pretend that someone is my camera, and then like okay, wait, how did it catch up unless I'm bad? I can fast forward a bit from what I see. I can stop at I'll fast forward to 36:04 so it matches up, because at some point I did. Yeah, I remember I like stopped, and then Spanish is a language, is as a what? Okay, yeah, it's so easy. Why I understand why I lost so many frames. Yeah, but Spanish is a language I want to speak better, but also just I think just my voice, it does not agree with how to pronounce things. Even in English, like in 2020, I think like my voice was damaged, not because what directly like the main thing that was happening, but just because I wasn't talking to anyone. Like I felt like I was able to speak faster, better, enunciate more, but with the pandemic, I believe I could go days without talking, and I think that just messed up my voice, and in a way that I don't know. I mean, I just have to talk more, but it's just have to work on it one day at a time. And the pandemic was 5 years ago, and I basically living the same way. Just I think I think slow, and I talk even slower, or rather I think slow, talk too fast, and then it's hard to convey what I said in the first place. So if I need to slow down my talking so that I just communicate better, and then once I do that, I feel like I can make just maybe more friends, because it's just I try to talk, and then I talk too fast, and then I just make a bad first impression. I hate making first impressions because, first off, most of the time it's in a different environment, and it's just people I don't know, and don't know how to talk to them. I don't know how to make eye contact. So there are many like debuffs I have that just ultimately mean I'm not like they're not gonna restart it. It's not that I think they won't like me, it's just that I just don't make a lasting impression. So why waste their time? Why take up their time? Why talk to them at all? Which is like my reasoning. I am happy just being in my own corner, in my own space, and just living in the moment. Oh yeah, pacifist. Yeah, living the boss living for 5 minutes, but in actuality it was 10. Feels pretty bad. And then I'm also at this point, I just need to kill this boss at this point. I've lost count how many times I almost died. My entire health bar was pink, and then just my best weapon is I failed an 86% chance, which is It's so sad, but at this point it doesn't really matter. I'm nearing the end of the time now, so I was able to talk for about 41 minutes straight. It hasn't felt like 41 minutes, so I think that's fun. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Hopefully I am able to have a better plan, a better mindset, a better developing strategy, a better outlook, just a better delivery on what the words I want to say, and have a better time of how many misses did I get there in a row. There's a better methodology of doing things, and that's the stage, and that's someone in a car, and then yeah, I did it. Thank you.